So, I have gone through many stages of my life doing things, and this is not the most complimentary dress or outfit. But what I will say, or nightgown for that matter. But I live in my flowers. Um, I have listened to my brothers like dialogue that they like sharing with me um, for over 6 years now, ever since I quit my job at I think it's no, it's not 6 years. No, it's about 6 years. And I the wallet is doing some IT networks on it. I don't know what it's like. I don't know what's going on. But the wallet was bought because of IT network, and it was something that I needed to do because of an IT network that was associated with the wallet. So, looking inside the wallet, okay, and it was part of like not to call somebody out on anything, but just to um, buy the wallet and say no, like usual. Like I do something and I'm literally doing it to say no. I enjoy the pleasure of living naturally in my own skin. And this wallet is very beautiful and it's very nice. It's Louis Vuitton, I think Ebby. But there's many situation associated to a home at 94-364 Kwana Leo Place. Wasn't my favorite home, wasn't a home that I originally wanted, but it had a screened in porch that reminded me of other screened in porches that I liked sitting in. And one of them is in Kaneohe. So the house was bought because of the screened in porch. It was not bought for any other reason other than the screened in porch. And I went through some stuff through Department of Defense and Education, and I saw a lot of teachers doing their job, but living very luxuriously through their position. Some had a harder time through the years, and I felt like the hardship in their job was played on them through people at the school, like any other school, but in a different way. It had some like weird technology involved with it that was not normal to what I was used to in Hawaii. It was pretty intense. And so and then they involved diplomacy in it because you're in an international zone because you're in Wiesbaden, Germany. And when I was there, and then before I started my job, I got the camper van that was originally associated with a dentist in that lives near the Air Force Base, and her son died in war. So it had some form of death in the van because of her son's death. It had me buying a van from a woman. I have to include everything in this discussion. And then, so I get this van and I do it with the intention of traveling very cheaply through Europe, and then traveling very cheaply through Europe. And I do it with that intention. I study all these people who have been doing it, mostly people that are filtered through my YouTube channel that are from the United Kingdom. And I study their journey through their van life. And then I decide, okay, I'm going to try and do the van. And let's figure out how cheap it is, like if we can do it or can't do it. I mean, I went through it. And when I went through this journey, um, I got hired, I think, like in the same time that the van was bought, through Department of Defense and Education as a substitute teacher. And in that time, Eric and I was the designer. I was the designer and the communicator through the situation. And Eric did the woodwork in the van, and the lighting and solar. Anyway, this goes back to my house because people like playing on my education, even though I'm constantly restudying my education, constantly rethinking my education, and they're constantly playing on psychology. Nonstop. This has been since Guam. Okay. So I am constantly restudying and thinking education always through this process. And I go back to my home annoyed by people in my old life, Guam life, Ventura, California life. I mean, it's just, they just want to take, like, say it's like a URL and you have different windows of your URL. So they will just bomb you and bomb you and bomb you in your head and in your life and in your thought and in your body about a situation like your house. Let's do an audit on every situation. Let's do an audit on our voice. Let's do an audit on our head. Let's do an audit on our house. Let's do an audit on our possession. Let's do an audit on the air she's breathing in the fucking room. I mean, that's basically the situation. So I started a YouTube channel because I was into YouTube. I did it not because I'm really good at YouTube. I did it because I needed to express myself through the heinous bullshit that took on through beaches, through YouTube channels, in the state of Hawaii and here, and through the state of California, and everywhere else. Everyone started doing mapping, right? Let's go here with something, and let's have a discussion. Let's go here with something, let's have a discussion. Well, I did my own mapping later, and I tried to do it real simply and tried to do poetry because it was healing and soothing to my soul. And that's what I did. My brother, on the other hand, my brothers start harassing my house where I'm renting. Non-stop. Will not stop. They're not my full brother. My full brother is Cress Murdoch. My half brothers are Raymond Dick, Billy Dick, Michael Dick. But my two half brothers who like doing it a lot are Raymond and Mike Dick. And what they'll start saying is, Donna, just go live in your home in Hawaii for 3 months with the fucking prick who likes bullying your head and taking advantage of you. Go live there. And I said, and that's Eric Sean Purcell. So I said, okay, I'll go live there for 3 months and deal with his bullshit, I guess, you know? But I stayed there for 2 years, was in jail several times because I demanded respect. I said, I need respect. There's no respect here. You're not communicating with me. You're not speaking to me. You're being fucked up and rude in the communication. We don't talk, basically. So why is it we're not talking? We used to talk before your mother died. Now after your mother died, we're never going to speak again? I mean, that's how it is. And that's how it is. And then all these deaths take place within education. So I am in this situation with. My boss dies. My practicum teacher's husband dies. There's different deaths that happen while I'm in education that I'm really suspicious of. So I sit here and think to myself, while my brothers are bullying me and harassing me and other people are doing as well, that it's a problem. My brother told me to live in that house for 3 months. I did. Longer, actually. And then he's now asking me to go live on the streets where the attorneys are that do bad communication in downtown Honolulu. He wants me to sit right by the attorney's office, downtown Honolulu, where they're real fucked up with attorneys, and sit there and sleep in the shit and bullshit. That's where he wants me to go next. And I refuse. Why am I having to do all the fucking work? Because it feels like fucking hell every time I have to deal with it. Every time. And what do they sit there and do? I'm going to now have a nice glass with my child and have a nice life and want to fuck you up, Donna. I mean, that's their situation. That's who they've been. And I say no. No to the situation. I'll just stay here, and if I have to die here by not being able to breathe or whatever, I'll do that. Because I'm done with the discussion with the bullshit. And it's not just about politics. It's about economies. It's about a lot of things, about health. So it's not just about, them too. But they are instigators, and I don't like you right now. I don't respect you. Do you understand? I'm talking to the picture with the mermaid, the bed that says believe, and the painting I painted in respect to Oliva and California too. But anyways, I will say that a lot of work went into this house, a lot of work went into the van, a lot of work went into moving, a lot of work went into going into education and out of education and into different situations, and Sold Ashore and Art Eyes Blind and whatever else, the mail situation, the religion situation, the football situation, I have sat there and did the work. I have done the poetry book. I try to do the kids book. I have gone through the situation and done YouTube. I look at the people in Eric Sean Purcell's life and say, that's a fucking joke. It is. It's a fucking joke. I went to their houses and saw it. I was like, oh, right. We're sitting in... Eric I saw how he looked. I saw how I looked. I saw how, meaning like how our bodies felt and how the life progressed within it. And I said, oh, fuck you to his family. And a real big fuck you. And not just a little fuck you, like go to fucking hell and burn there. Fuck you. That's the kind of fuck you I said. And I will never, ever say that. Ever since 9/11, I had never been that person. But seeing them, oh no. Fuck you to hell and back. That's where you go. And that's all I'll say. And I'm going to post that on YouTube. Just for you.